As the Bitcoin Moonboys prepare to wipe away their tears with their crusty socks under their beds as Bitcoin once again gets rejected at the $40,000 level. Is this price structure starting to look eerily similar to something we've seen before? And will it leave the baby bulls crying, busting, and leaking all over themselves like the morning after munching on some Taco Bell? I'm your host, Spitz Magoo, and I'm live coming to you from my bedroom. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, use these absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. If you guys are interested in any bonuses, deals, securing your crypto, trading, getting altcoins, make sure to check out the links below. And as well, I have one Twitter and one Instagram, and they're both in the description below. I cannot tell you how shocked I am that every day I still get a message, at least one message from someone saying, hey, is this account messaging me you? No, it's not. It's a fake account. It's always just a link to a fake account. It's not me. So report it, block it, and then don't respond to it. Okay? It's not me. So without any further ado, let's jump on in. Big after an insanely exciting last few days that I have not been able to post, even though the price action has been absolutely insanely exciting. When I posted, it was about 39,000, and here we are at 38.5 thousand. Absolutely very, very exciting stuff. And with Bitcoin actually on the verge of getting this short-term bearish cross, which the last time we saw this, we saw Bitcoin cross here and go from about $60,000 to about $33,000. So it did have a nice little dump last time we saw this cross. So that's very interesting. But keep in mind, I mean, we had it slightly before that, and it didn't mean anything. In fact, Bitcoin price later went up. So not insanely significant, even less significant than a death cross or a golden cross, which this is neither of those. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's price action has been disgustingly bad after getting rejected in the mid 45,000s or in the mid 40,000s. Bitcoin's just not been doing well. So before we get into more of the price here, so a rejection at 39 and 40K mounting as regulatory concerns again affect the markets. And it has an upcoming Biden administration executive order on crypto. So this is very big here. And on March 7th, the news of that signed or that executive order definitely affected the market. And it will outline the government strategy for crypto. And so this is very big. But realistically, are we seeing any signs of capitulation? A bearish perspective of this price action was outlined by crypto trader, Crypto Tony, who, wow, okay, so this random triangle has him putting, he has it Bitcoin below 20K. These are my least favorite patterns as they're insanely speculative and just based on nothing. For example, I can do my own right here. We can do one of these, and looks like we get a price target of about 150,000. So absolutely meaningless, but I don't know why it was included in an article. Maybe I shouldn't be using this article. But according to Twitter user Plan C, we're not in a bear market until we go below 29. Again, that's very subjective. I think a lot of people think we're in a bear market. Then there are people who say we are not until we break this low and set a lower low. Obviously, we're in a bear trend. But I think the thing that people are debating on is, are we in a 2 to 3 year bear market? Really, the only way you can say yes to that is if you still believe 100% the 4-year cycles are, and they will continue. And I'm not really convinced at this point. I think already the 4-year cycle was a kind of invalidated. If you're using the stock to flow, if you're looking at a lot of the metrics everyone was looking at for the past 2 to 3 years, so many of them just did not play out. And that's a big reason why a lot of people were forecasting a $300,000 Bitcoin at the beginning of 2021 for like later on. But then by mid 2021, it was like, all right, well, maybe we'll get to 100. And then the price prediction just kept getting lower and lower as Bitcoin has clearly not really done much in the last like 15 months. It's basically just traded sideways in the last 15 months there. So with Bitcoin being stuck below 40K, it does hit another all-time high versus the Russian ruble, which the Russian ruble has been getting decimated. And also we'll take a look at the SPX, which, again, looking very dumpy. On the weekly chart, we talked about this last week, getting rejected here at the 50 week. That's a pretty, it looks like we're going to be headed lower here in the stock market. And historically, that would also tell us that Bitcoin will probably follow that. So that's really something I think we need to realize, right? We've been talking about that for a long time, but it's not something you want to ignore there. Why money will never be the same after the Russia-Ukraine or after Russia invaded Ukraine, and Bitcoin may benefit from this. Basically, because of the turmoil, it's possible that the allure of decentralized currencies like Bitcoin will end up winning in the long run. And I truly believe that, but I don't think like by next month. I think it's going to be a more long-term play here as decentralized financial transactions become more appealing. I mean, for the innate reason that you cannot censor them and you can get money where you want to get your money without an intermediary telling you you can or can't do something with your money. I personally believe that if you have money and you try to spend it, but then somebody tells you you can't spend it, like a bank or something like that, it's not your money, right? How is it your money? If I have a toothbrush and somebody comes up to me and says, you're not allowed to use that, if you know what I mean, then it's not really my toothbrush, okay? Whether I want to use it on my mouth or somewhere else, right? If it's my toothbrush, I can do whatever I want with it. Same thing with, lost my train of thought. Same thing with Bitcoin, or same thing with money. If you want to spend it and somebody tells you you can't spend that and then they block you from spending it, it's not your money. It's like you're borrowing a Chuck E. Cheese token, and if they take all the Chuck E. Cheese machines out, you can't spend it because the Chuck E. Cheese tokens were never actually yours. That didn't make any sense. Money will never be the same again, Pozar wrote, and Bitcoin, if it still exists then, will probably benefit from all of this. And I would like to add, if humans still exist over the next few years. Very big. But as well, Shark Tank investor Kevin OLeary says he's working with U.S. senators to pass crypto-friendly policy here. He's working closely with U.S. lawmakers to pass good regulation for crypto to get the market available to blue chip investors. And he has roughly 1 million Twitter followers, and he had a meeting with, or he met with the bipartisan group of lawmakers hosted by Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming. And very outspoken supporter of crypto. And he just tweeted, or he said, spent my day at the Senate with a bipartisan group of policymakers who get the joke on crypto. They are working on policy that will open these markets to big institutional investors here. And he, again, keep in mind, he was not always bullish on crypto. In fact, the opposite. He thought it was silly and he did not like it at all. But he saw, as time went on, the phenomenal growth of it. And he compares it to just software, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, their blockchains, their software, the growth rate of these new innovations is phenomenal. And there's capital coming in from all around the world. And at this point, that's so clear. If you don't see that there's going to be increasing massive amounts of capital flowing in to the crypto industry like we've seen year after year, even though we have some down years, right? We do enter bear markets. They are a thing. Just because we enter a bear market doesn't mean that crypto is dead. In fact, quite the opposite. Bear markets have proven to be the literal bet. Again, like if you're not even interested in maybe accumulating some crypto while we're in a downtrend, then you're just silly. Like historically, you would be considered a massive ding dong because historically, it's been the best time to buy, specifically Bitcoin. There's a lot of scams. There's a lot of garbage coins. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe a few other like top altcoins. But yeah, if you see opportunity and instead of seeing an 80% discount as just that, a discount, and you see it as it's dead, it's never going to come back. Well, historically, you would have been considered a ding dong for the past decade and a half because it's been proven to be one of the most resilient so far, and I have no doubt that that's not going to change. In fact, I think it will only become stronger and stronger, as I've been saying since the very end of 2017, and that has absolutely been the case. But looking at Bitcoin structure here, really, with the stock market tanking here, which it does look as though it could be setting a lower low, we did actually go below the January 24th lows, which again is something substantial. We have not yet with Bitcoin. Bitcoin went all the way down to about 33K on the week of January 24th. The SPX went all the way down to 4240, and now it's below that. So this has set a lower low. The SPX has. Bitcoin has not yet. And I think there's a lot of demand, especially in like the mid $30,000 range for Bitcoin. And again, I just think Bitcoin, it just looks better. I think it will eventually decouple, just not right now at all, especially with all this uncertainty going on. But in my opinion, it's simple enough. We start to see the SPX and broader, we start to see the stock market and other indices just start going down, then of course, right now, that's probably exactly what Bitcoin will do. I mean, it's a better chance that it will do that than it won't. So get the new channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn those ghost notifications to never miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. As well, if you guys are interested in any bonuses, deals, securing your crypto, trading, getting altcoins, make sure to check out all the links below. Remember not to respond to an email from me. It's not me. I'm the only real me, and there's 1,000 trillion fake me's that are trying to get you to, I don't know, they're trying to steal from you. I'm not sure how they do it, but they want you to send them crypto. So it's a scam. without any further ado, it's for me.